All right, let's talk about the wild world of cryptocurrency. Amidst all the chaos, there's one name that always pops up promising stability: Tether, or as you've probably seen it, USDT. It's basically the digital dollar of the crypto universe. But what is it really? And more importantly, can you trust it? Let's get into it.
You know the deal with crypto, right? I mean, you look at the price charts for Bitcoin or Ethereum, and it's just this insane roller coaster. You get these incredible highs and then these stomach-dropping lows. It's exciting for sure, but that volatility, it's also a massive problem.
And it's a real issue. I mean, think about it. Trying to actually use a currency that could be worth 10% less in an hour? That's just stressful. It doesn't matter if you're a pro trader or just someone trying to send money. That kind of instability makes it almost useless for, normal, everyday stuff. But what if there was a crypto that was built specifically to fix that problem? Well, that's where this whole idea of a stablecoin comes into play. On one side, you've got that wild ride with Bitcoin, and on the other, you have Tether, which was designed from the get-go to be, well, kind of boring, but in a good way, beautifully stable.
And that, my friends, is exactly what Tether is. You could just think of it as the answer to all that volatility. It's built on a really simple but super powerful idea. What if we just made a digital version of the US dollar that could live on the blockchain?
Everything, and I mean everything, comes down to this one number, $1. The whole point of a Tether token, the reason USDT even exists, is to be worth as close to $1 as humanly possible, all the time. No crazy spikes, no sudden crashes, just stability.
So this puts Tether in a special category of crypto called stablecoins. Their value is pegged, or basically just tied, to a real-world asset. The goal here isn't to shoot to the moon and make you rich. Nope. The goal is to just reliably hold its value.
Okay, so how do they actually do that? How does some digital token on the internet manage to stay locked to $1? Well, it's not magic. It's a specific system that's all built around the idea of a reserve.
The company behind all this, Tether Limited, makes a really big promise. They claim that for every single USDT token out there in the wild, they're holding $1 worth of real assets, things like actual cash or bonds, in a big pile called a reserve. This backing is what's supposed to give each token its value.
The whole life cycle is actually pretty straightforward. When you buy USDT with your dollars, a brand new token gets created or minted. Then you can hold it or send it anywhere in the world in minutes on different blockchains. And then, when someone wants their real dollars back, they redeem their USDT, and that token gets taken out of circulation or destroyed to keep everything balanced.
All right, so we get what it is and how it's supposed to work, but why is it so incredibly popular? Why are people holding billions of dollars in this stuff? Well, it's basically become a safe harbor in the really stormy seas of the crypto market.
There are a few massive reasons people love it. For traders, it's a way to lock in their profits or just sit on the sidelines when the market is going crazy, all without having to cash out to a slow, traditional bank account. Plus, it's pretty much the lifeblood of most crypto exchanges out there, making trading super fast and simple.
But the uses go way beyond just trading. It's an incredibly powerful tool for sending money across borders, skipping the slow and expensive bank wires. It's also a great way for businesses to accept crypto payments without having to worry that the value is going to tank the next day. It really is a bridge between two different financial worlds.
But, and this is a big but, it is not a perfect system. To give you the complete picture, we have to talk about the controversies and the risks, and this is where things start to get a little bit complicated.
First off, there have been questions for years about its reserves. Is every single USDT really truly backed one-to-one with safe, easy-to-access assets? That's the million-dollar, or rather billion-dollar debate. Then you've got regulation. Governments are starting to look very closely at stablecoins. The $1 peg has also wobbled a few times during moments of extreme market panic. And finally, you have to remember, this is a centralized system. Tether Limited can actually freeze funds, which kind of goes against the whole decentralized spirit of crypto.
And yet, despite all those risks, Tether's dominance is just undeniable. I mean, look at this. It controls the lion's share of the entire stablecoin market. For millions and millions of users, the convenience and the utility it offers have, at least so far, outweighed all of those concerns.
And that brings us to what might be the single most important thing to remember here. You do not buy Tether hoping it will go up in value. You buy it because you're hoping it does absolutely nothing. Its entire job is to be a stable anchor, a tool you use to preserve your value, not to create new wealth.
So what's the bottom line? Tether is an incredibly powerful tool for moving money around and for dodging crypto's insane volatility. It's a key piece of the whole digital asset puzzle. But it's not risk-free. You absolutely have to understand the debate around its reserves and the fact that it's run by a central company. And, of course, like with any digital asset, you have to keep it secure.
Which really leaves us with this one big question, right? Is Tether a solid, stable bridge connecting old-school finance with the new world of crypto? Or is it more like a bridge that's built on a foundation of trust that hasn't ever been fully, truly verified? That is the billion-dollar question that the entire crypto market is still trying to answer. Thanks for tuning in.